boy Humble Warrior checking in with you for another video. I wanted to do this video yesterday, but literally got sidetracked with the kids and stuff like that, and then ended up basically getting drunk, watching another game. But oh my God, what a game by the Miami Dolphins! Final score 31-27. They moved to 5-3 in the season. They're tied right now currently for second place in the AFC East with the New York Jets, who fell to the New England Patriots 22-17. Tua. The boy had a masterpiece of a game yesterday. He was 29 of 36, 382 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He had a 69.9 completion percentage and a 78.6 QBR, which was number 1 in the NFL. For some reason, he's still not getting the respect that he rightfully deserves now, but that's okay. You know, a lot of people are actually coming around to what he is as a quarterback. No, he doesn't have the strongest arm. No, he can't always throw it deep like people want him to do it. But he makes the throws when they're needed. He made passes yesterday. They either moved the chains or got them in the end zone. They only kicked 1 field goal yesterday. That was it. The rest of it, the Dolphins scored touchdowns. They didn't play the field goal game like they did against Pittsburgh. It was touchdown, field goal. No, it was touchdown, field goal, touchdown. In the third quarter, Tua engineered 2 touchdown drives. One he threw to Mike to basically take the lead. The other one, Alex Ingle, took a direct snap and ran it in to basically pull within a score in the ball game. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about Tua himself, because I read the comments that people put out there, talking about how fragile he is, talking about how he's 1 hit away from, his career being over. Basically, all this, what I like to call, cowardly, comments behind this kid's health and ability, and how people wish so much bad on him. Yet, the Dolphins themselves are starting to see the bigger picture. You're not going to win games without this kid at the helm. Now, you may not like the way he does, you may not like the way he throws the ball. You may not like his ball placement. You may not like the fact that he's not a flashy person. He doesn't go around rah-rah and yelling and screaming and stuff like that. But he wins consistently. And this business is only about wins and losses. And so far, Tua has proven to be a winner. Now, people may add, outlets to that. Well, it's because of defense. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of that. Oh, what happened? Just like I read a comment earlier that said, what happened in 2020 against the Bills when the playoffs was on the line? Or what happened last year against the Titans? The 2020 Bills game that Tua Tagovailoa was a rookie in, he had for weapons Devontae Parker, Mike Gronkowski. He had Albert Wilson, who opted out that year. He had they cut the man, but the Patriots picked him up. Lynn Bowden. He had Lynn Bowden. He had Malcolm Perry. He had players like that around him. Last year, they drafted Jalen Waddle. They still have Mike Gronkowski. Jalen Waddle was a rookie, put up 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, right? Against the Titans, what did the Dolphins do? They had Duke Johnson, who was their leading rusher, who in that game was on pace to get close to 200 yards rushing. What did Brian Flores decide to do in that game? Oh, I'm going to make it to where Tua has to throw the ball 40 times and see if he can actually help us win this game. Now, the Titans took away Waddle. I think he went deep one time to Waddle on a 35-yard bump in stride. The rest of the way, Waddle was blanketed. Waddle had no chance in hell to even get the ball. Yet, freaking Tua kept, trying to find a way to get him the ball. He was throwing to Gronkowski. He was throwing to Lynn Bowden. He was throwing to Devontae Parker when he was healthy and on the field playing. And mind you now, this is in the cold and in the rain. So it was one of those games where the Dolphins basically cut off their own damn foot, despite needing it to walk. So because of the head coach who was a hell of a defensive guru, offensively he didn't know jack. Because there's no way if my running game is actually getting production and moving me up and down the field, why would I go to pass the ball if they can't stop the run? If they can't stop me from running the ball, why am I passing it for? What do I need to pass it for? Now, in critical third downs, yes, 3rd and 6, of course. Let Tua get you a first down or whatever, and you keep moving. But in that situation, what was the point of that? But I digress, because that was a comment I had read. Tyreek Hill has been the best thing that ever happened to Tua Tagovailoa. Tyreek has literally allowed this kid to breathe freely and move the ball at an incredible rate up and down the field this season. I don't think people saw the maturation of Tua without them acquiring Tyreek Hill. Now, to the Dolphins front office credit, this game yesterday showed exactly that. He used Tyreek Hill exactly the way he wanted to use him. He went deep over the middle. He went down the sideline with him. Then, of course, he hit Waddle, for back-to-back touchdowns. Then he hit Mike. But it all started with Tyreek. Tyreek is on another level. But I'll say this, the games that Tua missed, the 3 games he missed, Tyreek still put up over 100 yards, which shows how dominant a receiver he is. However, the body language, the communication, the overall aura on that team was a lot different with Tua at the helm than Teddy Bridgewater and Skylar Thompson. Despite fans and other people alike asking for them to play. Put Teddy in there. Put Skylar in there. Let them both play. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we can do with them. And then what happened? They literally looked worse with both Teddy and Skylar. And no disrespect to Skylar. Skylar's a rookie, so there's no need to go after him. But Teddy's a 6-year veteran. And against the Minnesota Vikings, Teddy looked like a rookie. They made Teddy Bridgewater look like he was straight up bust. That's just what they did. Now, it's irritating because in this game, people can't say no more what Tua can't carry a team. He did it this game, he did it against the Bills, he did it against the Ravens, he did it against the Patriots. Right? And he closed out the game against the Steelers. Right? So now he has 5 wins in which he came from behind to win the game. Now, this game, the Detroit Lions came out, punched him in the mouth. Now, it was not the offensive fault by no stretch because the guy had fumbled, gave Detroit extra possession. They went up 14-0 before we could blink. And then 2 of them down the field, touchdown to Waddle. Detroit got the ball, touchdown. Miami got the ball, touchdown to Waddle. Detroit got the ball, field goal. Miami went down, field goal. Then Detroit got another damn field goal because due to a fake punt in which they directly snapped it to one of the supposed blockers that he took off running and got a good little chunk yard, and they marched it down the field the rest of the way and got a field goal. The penalties in that game were ridiculous. I couldn't even watch the game because, I had to follow my phone. But rest assured, the Chicago Bears game, I will be watching. Because I would love to see just how they perform against this Bears team. The Bears are bad. They're a bad football team. But you don't play down to your competition. You just don't do that. And I feel like too many times now, that's what the Dolphins do. The worst teams in the league, it seems like they play down to them. And then they get embarrassed by their team and they have to mount a comeback. If you pounce on bad teams early, you get them no hope in the fight. But if you go up 14 under the underdog already, hey, you feeling pretty good about yourself. So a lot of credit goes to Tua. The boy balled his ass off. So I really don't want to hear no more about how he's not this, how he's not that. this is like the third time I think this year. He's the third time he put up 300 plus yards in a game. I want to say he put up 469 against who was it against the Bills? No, not the Bills, the Ravens. He put up. I'm about to go back and look at some numbers. He put up 382 today. He put up 200 plus yards against Pittsburgh. I know he put up 200 plus against the Bills. I think he was close to 300 yards in that game. And then the Patriots game, he put up 200 plus. So he's had 2 or 3 stellar games where he put up astronomical numbers. And he has 12 touchdowns, 3 picks. He's at 1,678 yards on the season. So he's doing what he has to do to be a proven franchise quarterback. The real question becomes, does Miami force him to play out his 4-year contract and then renegotiate to get him a good deal, or do they re-up at the end of the year depending on how it goes and how far they go in the playoffs? If the Dolphins win a couple playoff games, there's no reason why Tua shouldn't get paid. I'm just saying. If they win 2 playoff games and then they go down the wire in the AFC Championship game, there's no reason why he shouldn't get paid. Because if they win their first playoff game, then people gonna say, okay, maybe the Dolphins got something special going on. If they win the divisional round and it's because of Tua, he goes out there and balls out and puts up big numbers in playoff games, people really gonna start to talk then. But then the pressure mounts after that. So let's say they make the AFC Championship game and they lose. Next year, people will be talking Super Bowl. They're not gonna just want to accept the AFC Championship. They want a Super Bowl appearance, which I think Miami's like a sleeper right now. They're a dark horse, and a lot of people count them out, which is fine with me. But like I said, once again, shout out to Tua, shout out to the offense, shout out to the defense for that great second half performance, shutting out the Lions. Yes, we know the Detroit Lions are a bad football team, but they beat themselves as well. I mean, it's terrible. Dan Campbell got to deal with that, but it's what happens when you don't have a reliable defense to stop offenses. Because his offense is great; they can score. Just defense can't stop anybody else from scoring. So, kudos to the Dolphins' offense and Tua, who had a magnificent game. Like I said, next week we take on the Bears, and then from there we take on the Browns. Hopefully we get these next 2 wins, go to 7-3 on the season before this bye week. Tua should be well over 2,000 yards plus by then. Hopefully it'll be 18 touchdowns or getting close to that number. And we'll basically be, in good standing. And we'll see where we go from there. Alright guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, comment, please subscribe. And let me know what you think about Tua's performance. How'd you like it? And what do you think his ceiling is in terms of being a playmaker in this league? Peace.